Hi. Hello. It's Agneta, isn't it?
Yes, well, Agneta.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Is that a Russian name?
It's Scandinavian, actually.
Oh, well, Amsterdam is one of my favorite places on earth.
Okay.
Yeah,
And where are you from, Martin?
I'm from London.
Okay, well, it's nice to meet you.
Absolutely. Likewise, Angela. And I think we should just get down to it. Yeah. So I know you know Sandra from marketing, and she said it would be a good idea for us to meet. I don't know if you know, but we've been in the game for many years and we've established a super strong presence. So I thought we could use this time to make you aware, because you might not be up to speed with the full range of services we have and that we can offer you. Yeah. So COVID, of course, is a major problem right now, which I guess is good for us. um, but no, what I mean is that we have a lot of experience with dealing with clients who may be struggling or may have been caught off guard with this sudden change to homework and having to deal with stuff like cyber attacks, for example, and a whole host of other issues which people who are not experts in the field now have to deal with. But the good thing is that that's where we come in, right? Because we do have the experts and we can relieve you of the burden of having to wrap your head around things that shouldn't really be taking any of your time, because you, Angela, are in the business of being in business. Am I right? Okay, so where would you like me to start?
Um, Listen, I've heard some good things about you guys from Sandra.
Right.
Um, so maybe you could share some thoughts about how you've helped other companies so that I can get a better idea if this is something that could be relevant for us as well.
Sure, absolutely. I'd love to. Well, in fact, I have a full presentation right here that I'm going to run you through. If you just bear with me one moment. So we're on Zoom, are we? Yes. So let me see whether I can share my screen with you.
Um,
No, that's not it. Oh my God, it's so ironic, isn't it? I hate doing these pictures online because it's so much easier when you're there in person.
Look, don't worry about setting up the presentation right now. After speaking with Sandra, I was more interested in meeting with you and hearing about your ideas. And in any case, I need to step out in 5 or 10 minutes anyway.
Sure, absolutely. But just hang on, because we can definitely help you, okay? And cybersecurity has got to be your number one priority right now. And we have all the experts and a full set of uh, solutions for you and the best in class services. So if you could just bear with me one moment.
To be frank, cybersecurity is not on the top of our agenda right now. I think we have that in hand.
Okay. I definitely hear you, but with respect, many of our clients tend to have a bit of a blind spot when it comes to these issues, and they tend to underestimate what it takes to be really secure online and the pitfalls if they're not. So, if you could just bear with me, I'm going to run you through this very quickly because this might be the most important presentation you'll see all week. Okay.
Martin, as I said, my time is tight. So why don't you send me over any materials that you think are important and I'll look through them, and if I see something that I think is relevant, I'll get back to you.
Okay. Okay, sure. I mean, I can definitely send you all this as soon as we get off this call. I mean, it won't be as illuminating without my voiceover, but okay. And also, please do remember, Angela, that as good as they are, it's not just about our products and our services. What makes us even more unique is that we are a really client-focused company, and we always take the time to listen.
Yes, I can definitely see that.
Cool. So maybe can I give you a call later on this week to follow up, if that's okay?
No, that's fine. I'll get in touch with you.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi, Agneta. I'm delighted to meet you. My name is Martin, and can I just say I'm so glad that Sandra made this introduction.
Good to meet you too. I've heard good things and I'm looking forward to hear what you have to offer.
So glad, so glad. And first of all, if I may ask, with this whole COVID situation, how have things been with you personally?
Fine. Yeah, we've coped with it really well, and we've managed to keep the business on track, pretty much, give or take, and we've even adapted to a new way of working quite successfully. And I'm quite proud of the agility that we've shown under the circumstances, and now we are just forging ahead.
Of course, wow, yeah, that's really great to hear because it is a tough time. But I actually meant more personally, how have you been and your family?
Oh, yes, my family is very well. Thank you for asking.
Great.
And your family?
All healthy, all healthy. Thank you. Do you have kids?
Yes, I have 2 kids and a dog.
Oh, how old are the kids?
My daughter is 10 and my son has just turned 7, and they're well and they're getting on with schooling. We're very happy that there's no more homeschooling to do, and we're just looking forward to the time when we can all be together again on the holiday as a family.
Of course, of course. And you mentioned you have a dog.
We have a golden retriever.
Oh, how lovely. Now, those guys need a lot of exercise, don't they? Do you live in London?
Yes, we do. We always have. It's a great city.
But Agneta, that is not an English name, is it?
No, it's a Scandinavian name, but I was born in Germany, northern Germany.
No way. I actually studied in southern Germany when I was an exchange student for my undergraduate in a beautiful, beautiful lakeside town called Constance. Do you know it?
Ah, yes, I do. Very nice. And how did you like it?
Oh, I tell you what, it was the most incredible year of my life. I probably drank too much beer, but I really love the experience of being somewhere completely different to what I'm usually used to, because I think it's so great for enriching your mind and helping you see things from different perspectives. So such a wonderful, wonderful experience.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and now my family and I live in London too, and we also have 2 kids. My son is 12 and my daughter is 8, so very similar to yours. We don't have a dog. We're a cat family with our little Russian blue called Max. And you know what they say? You can either have nice furniture or a cat, but you can't have both.
Great. Okay.
Right, yeah. So I think we should, yeah. Tell me, what would be of value for you for us to discuss? Because, as I said, I'm so glad that Sandra put us in touch, and I want to make sure we're using this time wisely so that we can explore things that are important to you rather than having me rattle off about loads of irrelevant information about our services stuff.
I was under the impression that you had some interesting insights to give to me, maybe about how the industry is doing, that sort of thing. I'm all ears, and if you have something to share, I'd love to hear it, and then maybe we could get to the point to see how you could help us potentially.
Sure, yeah. Well, I don't have a specific agenda because this was just a way for me to communicate with you and find out what is on your mind. Because, for example, as you mentioned at the beginning, it sounds like you're dealing with this whole COVID situation very well, and so there's probably no reason for us to explore anything around that topic. So, is there anything else that's on your mind that I don't know? Maybe I could bring back to my team, and we could put something together for you.
Actually, you know what? I think we're okay. Thank you for your time.
All right. Yeah. Oh no. Thank you, Agneta. It was lovely to meet you, and I hope our paths do cross very soon again.
Sure, why not?
Actually, have I sent you an invite on LinkedIn? I don't think I have. I'll ping you an invite.
Great.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Agneta. Delighted to meet you.
Hi, Martin. Nice to meet you. How have you been faring over the last few months? I know it's been a hard time for everyone.
Yeah. No, thankfully, all well and healthy, the family. Thanks very much for asking. How about you?
Yes, same here. All in all, everyone's okay. Thanks for asking.
Great. And do you have kids?
Yes, we have 2 young children. You?
Yeah, likewise. We also have 2, a boy and a girl, and a cat. And I guess that's what we should be thankful for, right? That everyone is well and healthy at this time.
Absolutely. That's what matters.
Couldn't agree with you more. Look, thank you for taking the time to speak to me today. I know Sandra thinks there may be value in us meeting, and I'm just curious to find out what your priorities are for the year ahead and what you'd like to hear from me.
Yes, that sounds good. So where would you like to begin?
Well, as we both know, we've just spoke about it. The topic that is on everyone's mind at the moment is how COVID continues to impact businesses and working practices, with remote working and digitization being the most obvious changes. And I know from Sandra that over 80% of your staff are now working from home. Is that correct?
Yes, we made that decision from the very start to put the health and well-being of our employees above and beyond our business objectives.
Well, if I may say so, that is both ethical and responsible, but it also makes commercial sense. So, and I'm glad to say that most of the companies we're working with are taking that approach.
Yes, that's how we see it. Our business was built and continues to grow on the quality and loyalty of our people. So there was no doubt in my mind that when COVID hit, we really needed to put them front and center of any decisions that we were making.
That's great to hear. But of course, as we also both know, one of the challenges that this presents is the fact that remote working quite often leaves organizations vulnerable to breaches in safeguarding their critical assets, be it their data, but sometimes we've even seen risks to the physical safety of their employees and sometimes even their clients.
We take our safety and security very, very seriously, and we've implemented additional steps to make sure that the transition to working remotely happens safely and securely for everyone.
I'm glad to hear it, because that is pretty much at the heart of what I'd like to discuss with you today, especially as you just described that culture of putting your employees' health and well-being ahead of any business objectives. So I'd just like to take some time to find out what steps you've taken in that direction. And I've got three areas that I suggest would make sense for us to explore. Firstly, I'm curious to know, what are your aspirations for the year ahead, especially if these temporary changes to working practices become more permanent? Secondly, where do you see yourself currently, and what are your most important priorities? And thirdly, what options are you considering to make that transition to the new normal? Would that work for you?
That sounds like a good plan, yeah.
Great. So do you have any preference as to which one of the three topics we should start with?
No, I think they're all very good questions. So perhaps we could begin with going forward where we would like to be. So what our future vision is, so that then also we can understand how far away we are from achieving that vision. And I'd really appreciate any ideas or options that you might have, or that you think that we should look at in order to get ourselves from point A to point B.
Of course, I'd be happy to. So why don't we start with the future vision, as you suggest? Yeah?